In the previous spoiler, it was mentioned that Luo Feng had been receiving the inheritance in the palace for 3 years. It is worth noting that the Blood River Crystal and the Divine General Inheritance are both extremely rare opportunities for Luo Feng. The Blood River Crystal serves two main purposes. First, it enhances the sensitivity to fluctuations of the original laws, and second, it strengthens physical attributes. This enables warriors to significantly enhance both their defense and attack power by activating the Blood River power during battle. Moreover, the more Blood River crystals fused, the stronger the amplification effect. On the other hand, the Divine General Inheritance focuses on enhancing the amplitude of a Spirit Master's spiritual power. About a year after Luo Feng began receiving the inheritance, through his practice of secret techniques, he managed to increase his spiritual power amplitude from the original 80 times to over 350 times. It is important to note that spiritual power amplitude is crucial for a Spirit Master, as it directly determines how many weapons or projectiles they can control at once for efficient attacks. For example, if a Spirit Master's spiritual power amplitude is 20 times, they can control up to 20 weapons with maximum strength. Any number beyond this will cause the attacking power to drop due to overloading. Luo Feng's spiritual power amplitude, having increased from 80 times to over 350 times, means his control ability and combat power have increased by nearly 5 times. With such powerful spiritual power amplitude, facing Luo Feng in battle would be like fighting 6 Luo Feng simultaneously. Even more awe-inspiring is the fact that Luo Feng is not only a top-tier Spirit Master but also a powerful genetic warrior. Unfortunately, the Divine General Inheritance was designed for Immortal-level powerhouses. Although Luo Feng currently possesses the powerful soul of a Domain Master level 9, it still falls short in quality compared to that of an Immortal-level powerhouse. After more than 3 years of receiving the inheritance, his soul has begun to feel strained, which also signals that the inheritance process is about to come to an end. What's even more regrettable is that Luo Feng has only completed about 1/3 of the first phase of the inheritance, and still has a long way to go before completing all 3 phases. However, these 3 years of inheritance, though brief, have significantly boosted his spiritual power amplitude, surpassing most World Master level powerhouse. Despite this, Luo Feng is still unwilling to give up. This is not only because each step forward significantly increases his spiritual power amplitude, but also because he learned that upon completing the entire first phase, he would receive exceptionally generous rewards. To obtain the generous rewards of the first stage of the inheritance, Luo Feng even impatiently attempted to move to the next step before fully mastering one of the secret techniques. However, the powerful illusions embedded in the inheritance controlled his actions through demonic sounds, forcing him to step back without any resistance. Despite this setback, Luo Feng remained unwilling to give up. Using the vast size of the Emoyun vine, which had reached the 9th level of the Domain Master stage with its 3,000-kilometer-long tendrils, Luo Feng attempted to extend the vine to touch the final step of the first stage of the inheritance. Yet, no matter how hard he tried, Emoyun vine could not reach the progressively extending stairs. To test her theory, Babata suggested using a robot as a substitute. As a result, the robot was also unable to touch the stairs at all. It became evident that the rules set by the instructor of the inheritance were unyielding, where the inheritor must master each secret technique step by step. Only after completely receiving and mastering the current stage's secret technique would they be allowed to ascend to the next level. This rule reflects the instructor's strict requirements for the inheritance process, preventing any shortcuts or opportunistic behavior. However, Luo Feng was not entirely alone in his inheritance efforts. More accurately, he had 3 distinct lifeform clones. Among them, the golden horned beast and the human clone, due to their completely different life auras, were subject to the rule that only one inheritor could be present in each palace per 100 million years. Thus, they could not receive the inheritance simultaneously. But Luo Feng had a crucial key, the Masha clan clone. If the golden horned beast and the human body remained staying in the life core, and carried by the Masha clan clone, the clone would still suffer soul attacks since the life core is the anchor of the soul. However, Luo Feng devised a clever solution. That is, if the Masha clan clone did not carry the life core, it would essentially be an empty shell without a soul and would not be affected by the demonic sound's intrusion. At the same time, this Masha clan clone would still be able to freely touch the inheritance stairs. Thus, Luo Feng boldly acted. He decided to have his human body, carrying the life core, continue focusing on the inheritance, while the Masha clan clone, without the life core, fearlessly advanced toward the end of the first stage of the inheritance. This division of labor not only broke through the limitations of the inheritance rules but also showcased Luo Feng's calm and resourceful decision-making under perilous circumstances. Soon, the Masha clan clone, completely immune to the demonic sound illusions, successfully reached the final step of the first stage of the inheritance. Naturally, it obtained two precious treasures left by the instructor, a flying spiritual weapon resembling a stone disc and a mysterious fruit. Notably, the stone disc's performance far exceeded that of the Dark Cloud Shuttle that Luo Feng currently possessed. While the Dark Cloud Shuttle, a 5th-grade spiritual weapon, was already an extremely valuable weapon among World Master level and lower warriors, the stone disc was a top-tier treasure highly coveted even by King Immortals. Its exceptional flight capabilities made it as valuable as 2 or 3 Black Dragon Mountain Star domains, underscoring its immense worth. As for the mysterious fruit, it was a rare treasure capable of promoting soul evolution. Not only did it help Luo Feng alleviate the strain on his soul, but it also made his soul more attuned to the inheritance requirements, allowing him to continue receiving more content from the inheritance. You might wonder how if Bolin were to receive the inheritance, could he become as powerful as Luo Feng? The answer is no. Although both Bolin and Luo Feng had the same physical strength of universe level 9th rank, the difference in their souls and willpower determined that their potential was fundamentally different. Bolin did not possess clones, and his soul level matched his physical strength, merely at the universe level. However, his attainments in the original law of space were exceedingly high, and his will, influenced by the origin of the universe, had reached the domain master level. In contrast, Luo Feng, due to the golden horned beast, had a soul that had long since broken through to the pinnacle of the domain master level, with willpower at the peak of the world master level. This dual advantage enabled Luo Feng to withstand the vast and continuous influx of inheritance information, whereas Bolin would struggle. For those with insufficient soul levels and willpower, their souls would quickly become overtaxed during the inheritance process, leading to unconsciousness and the forced termination of the inheritance. More critically, Bolin lacked the ability to leverage a Masha clan clone to cleverly acquire inheritance rewards as Luo Feng did. Through this, Luo Feng obtained the soul-transforming fruit, which further enhanced his capacity to receive the inheritance. Bolin, on the other hand, had no such cheating method available. Therefore, even if Bolin attempted to undergo the inheritance, he could never reach Luo Feng's heights. Additionally, Bolin's chances of successfully entering the inheritance palace were almost zero. Without a Masha clan clone like Luo Feng's, it was impossible to evade the illusion beast's perception and quietly enter the palace. Furthermore, the area surrounding the inheritance palace was inhabited by numerous powerful illusion beasts, including world master level and even immortal level beings. Crossing such a perilous region alive would require extraordinary luck, otherwise, it would have been nearly impossible. What's more concerning is that the preview from the production team hints at Bolin's dire situation. Not only is he severely injured, but his eyes are also tightly shut. Do you think Bolin is still alive, or has he already met his demise? Feel free to share your guesses in the comments section. Based on Bolin's status as a member of the Virtual Universe Company's primordial void space and his strength, the likelihood of him being attacked by a swarm of illusion beasts is high. This is due to two main reasons. First, most of the natives who take the Demon Mountain test are universe level, followed by domain master level, with world master level warriors being relatively rare. Second, as a core member of the Virtual Universe Company, particularly of the primordial void space, it is standard for someone like Bolin to be equipped with auxiliary life forms. For example, Luo Feng's domain master level 9th rank Mo Yun Vine and Mo Luo's domain master level 9th rank metal life form. With the assistance of these domain master level auxiliary life forms, a warrior can unleash domain master level attack power, which was crucial for Luo Feng to easily kill domain master level natives as we had seen. Similarly, it would be difficult for natives at or below the domain master level to pose a lethal threat to Bolin. Secondly, while world master level natives pose a threat, the energy fluctuations in their world power can usually be detected by intelligent assistants. Even if the assistant isn't as advanced as Babata, it would still be sufficient to alert Bolin to their presence in advance, giving him ample time to avoid or retreat. Moreover, world master level beings generally wouldn't relentlessly pursue a universe level warrior unless there was an unresolvable mortal grudge between them. Lastly, it's worth mentioning that before Bolin's disappearance, the assassins pursuing Luo Feng had not yet entered Demon Mountain. Therefore, the possibility of Bolin being seriously injured or killed by natives can largely be ruled out. Rather than attributing Bolin's potential predicament to the natives, attention should be focused on the treacherous geography of Demon Mountain and the threat posed by the numerous illusion beasts. Solitary illusion beasts pose no life-threatening danger to Bolin. Compared to warriors, illusion beasts are clumsier in their movements, giving Bolin a fair chance to escape. The real danger lies in swarms of illusion beasts. With their simple will, illusion beasts cannot discern whether an intruder has the power to resist. Once they detect an unauthorized intrusion, they will unhesitatingly attack in groups, potentially trampling the target into pulp. However, judging by Bolan's current condition, which severely injured but with his limbs intact, it is evident that he managed to escape from a swarm of illusion beasts. Nevertheless, due to such grave injuries, his consciousness is likely muddled, making it impossible for him to complete the inheritance process. Based on the story's trajectory, it's highly likely that Bolan will be found in the next episode. After all, according to the novel's setup, the qualification battle begins approximately 5 years after Luo Feng starts receiving the inheritance. To advance the plot, Bolan's reappearance seems inevitable, and the preview of episode 153 confirms this. However, what's puzzling is that Bolan appears completely unscathed in the preview. My speculation is that the seemingly unharmed Bolan in the preview is likely a depiction of past events, showing how he fell into his predicament through a time reversal narrative. After all, the qualification battle is critically important for Bolan. He cannot afford to remain offline for long, as he cannot guarantee that Nine Swords Venerable will indefinitely delay the qualification battle on his behalf. If Bolan is deemed to have forfeited, his standing in the virtual universe company will be directly impacted, which would be extremely disadvantageous for him. What are your thoughts on this? Back to the storyline. To focus on the inheritance, Luo Feng has not connected to the virtual universe for nearly 4 years, leading to rumors of his demise spreading far and wide. Although these rumors are widespread, Luo Feng's family, while concerned, remains firmly convinced of his survival, especially since Baikalluo, bound to Luo Feng by a soul contract, resides in the Luo household. When Luo Feng reconnected to the virtual universe, Su Xian felt a mix of emotions, both joy and frustration. The King Immortal, Jinyan, on the other hand, immediately went to the beginning void space region in the virtual universe to find Luo Feng. Without hesitation, Luo Feng revealed the truth, explaining that he had been receiving the inheritance of the Divine General over the past few years. Although this revelation was hard to believe at first, Jinyan, after hearing Luo Feng's detailed explanation, was convinced that he had indeed seized this incredible opportunity. Of course, from Jinyan's perspective, while the Divine General's inheritance was a great opportunity for Luo Feng, the amount of inheritance a universe-level warrior could receive was limited. This was because Jinyan was unaware of Luo Feng's Mashaclan clone. Since starting the inheritance secret technique, Luo Feng's spiritual force amplitude had skyrocketed from nearly 80 times to over 1,000 times, an effect that even most King Immortals would find difficult to achieve. About 5 years after Luo Feng began receiving the inheritance, the qualification battle finally commenced. The animation might adjust the storyline, showing Bolan being successfully located and treated, allowing the qualification battle to proceed. In the original depiction, there were 2 veterans in the beginning void space whose combat strength rivaled Luo Feng's. One was an alchemist, and the other a werewolf. The werewolf, in particular, experienced a qualitative leap in strength after gaining a significant opportunity during a life-or-death mission a century ago, surpassing Luo Feng overall. However, it seems these 2 characters have been removed by the production team, leaving their potential reintroduction uncertain. At the start of the qualification battle, Mo Luo felt a surge of anxiety. He was shocked to discover that Luo Feng was participating, meaning Luo Feng was still alive. As a member of the primordial void space, Mo Luo had higher access privileges and was well aware of the terrifying dangers of the abyss of demon sound. He wouldn't have lured Luo Feng to such a perilous place without knowing its risks. Precisely because of his deep understanding of the abyss's dangers, the fact that Luo Feng not only survived but was strong enough to join the qualification battle underscored his immense power, posing a significant threat to Mo Luo's status in the primordial void space. How could this not worry him? Luo Feng's performance in the qualification battle was nothing short of spectacular. Many veterans of the beginning void space were aware that Luo Feng, having cleared the 7th level of the Heavenly Bridge, could unleash the 6th form of the Yenshin armament, the World of Swords. However, Luo Feng, now with an even more formidable spiritual power, relied solely on the 5th form of the Yenshin armament and used the power of spatial slicing to leave many qualification battle contenders far behind. After all, Luo Feng's spiritual force amplitude had increased to at least 20 times its previous level. The same techniques, enhanced with 20 times the power, naturally delivered devastating attack strength. Even so, in the qualification rankings of the beginning void space, Luo Feng was ultimately defeated by the werewolf and secured only 2nd place. Despite Luo Feng's willpower far surpassing that of warriors at his level, his attempts to exert consciousness suppression on the werewolf only managed to affect him just for a while. In the end, the werewolf quickly defeated Luo Feng within 3 moves, demonstrating his formidable strength. Although Luo Feng ranked only second in the beginning void space, he still qualified to compete with the bottom 3 members of the primordial void space for the final spot in the primordial void space. Whether Luo Feng can overcome Bolin and what fate awaits Mo Luo remains to be seen. Stay tuned for my next spoiler, where I'll share more insights with you. Well, that's all for this video. Thanks for watching this video. Wish you a wonderful day.